I now call the Hampton County Council meeting to order for November 17th, 2025 at 6 o'clock p.m. First, we will have the invocation by Councilman Love. Then we will have the Pledge of Allegiance by myself, Councilman Hollingsworth, in unison with the audience and the public. So everyone would please stand if you can. If you can, please stand.
Lord, we bow before you in Jesus' name, asking you, Lord, to come in and be the chief facilitator of this meeting. Lord, let us put any personal agenda aside. Lord, let us do what's in the best interest. Because if we have one objective, best for this county and our employees, everything will work. I ask that you bless us on the side of my voice. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. If you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Our next item on the agenda is item number 3, approval of the agenda. This is for Hampton County Council, November 17, 2025 meeting agenda. What is the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve November 17, 2025 meeting.
Second.
A motion has been made and has been properly second. Any discussion or questions? If none, all those who are in approval of the Hampton County Council November 17, 2025 meeting agenda show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 4, approval of minutes. Meeting minutes from November 3rd, 2025, Hampton County Council special meeting. Hope council had a chance to review the minutes. So what is the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the minutes from November the 3rd, 2025, Hampton County Council special meeting.
Second.
A motion has been made, has been properly second. Any discussion or any questions?
Question is,
Yes. Councilman Love?
this was a special meeting?
Yes.
Trying to remember.
Yeah,
The November 3rd
November 3rd, yes.
special meeting?
It was not,
Regular meeting.
it was regular meeting, that's
It was a
right.
regular meeting.
Thank you, Councilman Love, for pointing that out. Okay. Any other corrections to the minutes? So we now have a correction to the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I should restate the motion that that we approve the minutes, the regular minutes of November the 3rd for Hampton County Council as corrected.
Second.
A motion has been made and has been properly second. Any further discussion? Questions? If none, all those who are in approval of the meeting minutes from November 3rd, 2025, Hampton County Council meeting as corrected, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 5, presentations. We have a presentation from YMCA Survey for Recreation, Mr. Russell Swartz.
Good evening, and
Good evening.
thank you for giving us this time. I've got Mike Bostic with me here as well, and we'll sort of split up the presentation, but try not to take too much of your time. This is a presentation that we made in part last year, but we have some new members of council, and Chairman Hollingsworth thought it might be useful both for the community and for the full council to hear the presentation. We have a study, which you see the title page there on the we'll see if I can get through the other pages, but we raised, through grants, $17,000 to conduct a study of the recreational needs and desires for the residents of Hampton County. And we did this because we were desirous of providing services to Hampton County. And under the regulations of the YUSA, of which the Beaufort, Jasper, Hampton Y is a part, you have to demonstrate why you want to serve that county and that you have the capacity to do it. So we did the study, the board approved it, the Y board, and then it went to YUSA and approved it so we could include Hampton within the area of service. And as a result now, many of you may know, the Y has been providing swim lessons to every second grader in Hampton County schools. We have a 5-year agreement with the school board to do that. So we're halfway through our second year. And lots of little children have learned to be water safe as a result. But we hope to partner, in that instance, we partnered with the Open Arms Fellowship Church, which owns the pool, with Camp Wildwood, which conducts a summer camp there, from which we draw instructors and lifeguards, and with the school. The Y is about partnerships, and we hope to partner with the county in the event that you go forward with our recreation center. But to do that, we don't rely on the Y's expertise, we rely on what the community tells us, and hence the study. The study's methodology is what I'm going to discuss. Mike's going to discuss the more interesting things, which are the actual results. The methodology, this is the study area. It is within the county and within a 20-minute drive of a central area of the county. It turns out that the current Hampton High School gymnasium is very well situated and can be accessed by a large group of our population within the county within 20 minutes. We looked at the demographics of the population, both in terms of age, in terms of income, and maybe surprisingly, it is not dissimilar from what we found when we did a similar study years ago in Jasper County. And we hope to open a new branch in Jasper County, which is under construction. We hope to open by May. So that study was the beginning of that process. And this study is very similar in terms of what it says about the people. In terms of demographics, I did a little math, which is always scary, but 433 completed surveys were done. Of those 433, 2/3 of the respondents had children. If we assume they had 2 children, the total number of people surveyed or represented in that survey is about 7% of our county's population. This isn't just a matter of going around and asking a few people or friends, do you like pickleball or do you like volleyball? This was, in fact, a scientific study conducted by an independent agency that does this. And as I said, we paid $17,000 for the privilege and provided the results to the county administrator, to the county board, obviously free of charge. That's information you can use in however you choose to use it. The demographic shows the age ranges. It's not a surprise. It's widely distributed. Show that 65% of the respondents had children. Gives income levels. We've got some people at the high end, we've got some people at the low end, and the bulk of the people are in the middle. The ethnicity roughly split between African American and white. We've got a few Hispanics. This is an interesting slide. The respondents were overwhelmingly female. And you'd think, well, gee, you didn't get a good survey. Well, I tell you what, somebody calls me for a survey, I hand the phone to my wife. And that is generally what we find, and what this company finds is like, this is not skewed. This is pretty much what we find, is that not a lot of men hang around to answer the survey. So this is not atypical and doesn't really concern us about the results. I'm going to turn it over to Mike, who's going to talk about, what did the residents of the county, approximately 7%, straight up it was 2%, but assuming they represented a household of at least 4 people, almost 7% of the county said, what do we want by way of recreation? Mike?
Thank you, Russell. Michael Bostwick, CEO for the YMCA. I've been in the Y 25 years, and I've been CEO for Y here in Beaufort, Jasper, South Carolina for the last 15 years. So I've done many of these studies. They're very useful for us. our organization. It tells a lot about what the community wants, but it's not the only thing we listen to. We listen to the community, and we will form a committee here in Hampton that helps give us advice and a direction as well. But to see some of the findings, let's go, that not going the right way. So there we go. So findings, do you know about the Y? Is it the Y considered positive? So the Y is a national brand. We're all over the country. Most people know who the YMCA. We even have a song, though we didn't make the song. We have a song. So we're pretty coverage as far as South Carolina concerned. We have 18 associations. Our association is just one of the associations in South Carolina, but between our associations in South Carolina, we cover every county. So there's not a county in South Carolina that doesn't have a YMCA program in it. So wherever you go throughout the state, we are there. So that's a big part about it. Most people have even been to a Y or in previous location had swim lessons or done something involved. So that's why most people know or are positive about the YMCA and what we do. Where do you exercise most often? Since there isn't a facility here right now, most people are doing it at home, which is common, outside, on the track, things like that. Most people just walk in their neighborhood, things like that. So that's a pretty good information as well, that there's not much opportunities here. The activities you do most often, this is very important to us because when we put together services that we're going to provide, we want to provide services that most people like to do, which are the cardio, group fitness, aquatics, strength training. So that will be the core of what we do offer, and childcare. So those are the main things that you'll see at most YMCAs that we'll be doing. How would you rate your interest in the YMCA, and is the Wade Hampton High School campus a good location? So what I typically do is look at the two results that say lots and some, because those are the people that are most likely going to use the Y. And so if you add those together, you're talking about almost 80%. So that's a big number, and so that's a good number, and that means that location is highly desirable. And this is more about the location as well, and it says very similar stats. So you're talking about almost 90% of very and somewhat thinking this is a good location. Adults that would sometime or often that would use the Y. So what they would do when they came into the Y, what things would they most likely want to do? And again, cardiovascular equipment, so that's walking, biking, things like that. Pool, aquatics is a big thing as well. Free weights, group exercise. Those are some key things that you're going to, that people in the community are saying they want. So when you provide programmings, this is something you as a county should always look at as something that's, if you do those things, you're going to impact the most people. Using my adults, what would they sometimes use? So adults, we have that, and then seniors, what would the seniors like? And sometimes that's a little different. The Y does a lot of senior-specific programmings, and they're mostly group classes, which includes water aerobics, things like that. So those are usually the big thing. You're also seeing pickleball a lot on a lot of our results. People are getting more involved, seniors in the pickleball area as well. Childcare. So people with children, what would they like to use? So pool, again, youth sports, those are some key things that you're going to want to see. Some daycare activities, after-school activities. So those are things that we do nationally. The Y is the biggest provider of daycare, after-school programming in the country, not just in the state of South Carolina, but in the country. The YMCA is the biggest provider for childcare. Youth sports interest. So what type of youth sports? So obviously youth sports is one of the most popular things if you do have kids. So what things they'd like to see. What we've come to see where when we provide programming, the indoor soccer has become very, very popular. You get out of the bugs, you get out of the cold, or you get out of the heat and you're inside. So indoor soccer has become very popular. Basketball, again, is always one of the most popular things. And we've seen a big growth in flag football. With that becoming more of an Olympic sport now, you are seeing kids almost go towards the flag football than tackle football. So that's going to be very popular going forward as well as what we're seeing. How valuable would the YM to offer swim lessons, which we do. You can see most people already approve or want to see this free swim lessons, which we do. And the last page shows kind of a usage summary. And this is really important to us. If we don't have certain numbers or certain participation, then we know that it's not ready for a facility. But based off of these numbers, the community is ready and willing to utilize a facility and support one. So that's very key for us going forward. The YMCA, we do this for a living. So part of what we're able to do to come in, we have partnered with Jasper. We helped open the Hardyville Rec Center. We're opening up a new Y in a couple months in Jasper as well to provide these services. We've been doing this in Beaufort for, that Y's almost 30 years old. So we've been doing this locally for a long time. So we think we'd be a great fit to work with Hampton to provide those services. Any questions on that? We appreciate your time. And if you do have any questions or think of anything, Russell and I are around.
Good. Any questions for the YMCA representatives?
Yeah, one question.
Sure.
What would be the, membership? Is there a membership fee?
Yes, we do charge membership fees. Usually that includes everything, though. It includes all your classes, so you have to pay extra. It includes the pool, includes the class, it includes workout. What would be separate would be childcare. But typically the membership's around 50%, but what we typically see is a big portion or big percentage of our members are on some sort of scholarship. So if you need services, childcare, youth sports, or just a membership to work out, to exercise, and you can't afford it, we will provide a scholarship for you to be able to come in and exercise. We use the government poverty scale, so based off of the number of people in your household is the percentage of scholarship you get. So our goal is to make sure everybody that wants access will have access to those programs.
So YMC would handle the day-to-day operation of,
That's
what would be the county's plan, or partnership?
It would be a partnership, but we'd handle the day-to-day things. Yes, that's what we propose.
And this happens all over the country, but locally, maybe the best example is Columbia. The Columbia Y runs the rec facility for Orangeburg. And in that case, primarily Orangeburg provides the physical plant, so they take care of the building.
Okay.
And pretty much everything inside the building is that Y's responsibility. So equipment, maintenance of the equipment, instructors, but if the capital, the roof goes, that's Orangeburg's responsibility. If the air conditioning goes, that's Orangeburg's responsibility. It's all subject to a negotiation, but in terms of a model with which I'm familiar, it's pretty much everything within the wall is the Y, everything from the wall out is Orangeburg.
That's a trip. If y'all are interested, we can go see. I know the CEO there, and we could go meet and tour their facility and see how it works. But they do a large scholarship program. But I've been to the facilities multiple times. It's a very nice facility. It offers a lot to the community, and both sides are very happy with that partnership.
That's all I have.
Okay. Any more questions from council? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Before we move on to the public hearing, we need to go back to
Which one?
the approval of the agenda. If you notice that on the agenda, some of the numbers are off on the agenda, starting with 8.
8.
8, right. Let's see. Yeah, you see where I have 8, and then you see on the next page where it says ordinances, you have 8. Also 8.1. So,
Third ordinance.
yeah, so we need to go ahead and, do we need to go ahead and rescind our previous do we need to rescind the previous approval of the agenda? Because I just now been brought to my attention that there's a typo error.
Mr. Chair, I
On the-
rescind my original approval.
Okay, so we
Motion.
need to rescind it, okay. A motion has been made to rescind it,
Yes.
previous approval of the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been second. No further questioning. Any other, anything else we see on the agenda? Okay, that's it, okay. With that being said, all those who are in approval of the rescinding of the agenda that was stated for Hampton County Council.
Question.
Go ahead.
Are we gonna, are those the same things on 8-1?
No,
Well,
no,
They'll
no,
need to be
You gonna
renumbered.
renumber them now?
no, they, right, it need to be, actually need to be 10.
It'll
should
need to
be
be
10.
renumbered, yeah.
And
After
then
9.
on next page need to be 11. Yeah, 12, 13, and then adjournment should be 14.
Right.
Right.
Adjournment should be 14. Uh-huh, okay. Everybody
Got it.
in line with that? Okay. So a motion has been made, has been properly second, and then there was a discussion or question. Okay. With that being said, all those who approve that we rescind the agenda, approve of the agenda as stated earlier, show your approval by raising your hand. Anyone oppose? Anyone abstain? Now, let's go back to approval of the agenda. Okay. So what's the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve November 17th, 2025 meeting with the proper corrections.
Second.
A motion has been made, has been properly second. Any question? If none, all those in approval of the meeting minutes from November 3rd, 2025, Hampton County Council meeting, with the necessary corrections that was stated, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? Okay. I think now we're back on the right track. Can, how about now? Can you hear me now? Okay. I just didn't have it in my mouth. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So can we go over that again? I'm sorry.
About
Or
the,
just briefly, tell us what you said.
okay, what I said was, a motion was made to approve the agenda that had been, after it had been rescinded, and there was correction that needed to be made on it. So the one that was made now was the official approval of the agenda. Okay, we're on item number 6, public hearing. This is the public hearing adopting the Hampton County Airport Schedule of Rates. Is our county administrator going to share anything with that?
Yeah, this item adopts the comprehensive fee schedule for Hampton County airport tenants and users and aligns our operations with state and federal standards. The proposed schedule takes effect January 1st, 2026. And company ordinance also approves a standard airport hangar license use agreement as well.
Okay. The floor is now open for public hearing from the public. And this is the public hearing adopting the Hampton County Airport Schedule of Rates. We've already had 2 readings. Now we have to have a public hearing. And after the public hearing, then we go into a 3rd reading. So right now, this is the public hearing to get input or any comments from the public on this particular public hearing. If none, we now close the public hearing adopting the Hampton County Airport Schedule of Rates. We're now on item number 7, public comments. I just want to remind the public you have a maximum of 5 minutes for your comments for each person.
My name is Dana DeWitt. I'm from Farmville. I just had some questions about Mr. Stenmeyer's firing. I think a lot of us are just confused if policy was followed with like immediate termination. Did he have a history of write-ups? I mean, what grounds is immediate termination and nobody else was held accountable? How was he the sole person responsible for this?
Well, my comment to that is that this is still in a legal procedure. So council will not comment on anything that is considered a legal matter at this time.
Okay, but just in general, can you give us a?
Council will not make any comments on any legal matters.
Okay, well,
pertaining
just
to
in
that.
closing, I would say that he was told that all faith had been lost in him to do his job, and I think there probably was some truth in that, because with no equipment, he certainly can't.
Thank you for your comment. Next. That's it, okay, thank you. We're now on item number 8, approval of items requiring county council's actions. 8.1, 2026 county council meeting calendar. Mrs. Orr, would you, has everyone had a chance to look at the calendar? Okay. If so, what's the pleasure of council? Dealing with the council meeting agenda for 2026.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we go ahead and approve the 2026 county council meeting calendar.
A motion has been made. Is there a second?
A second.
Has been properly second. Any questions or discussion? If none, all those who are in approval of the 2026 county council meeting calendar, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone oppose? Anyone abstain? 8.2, 2026 Hampton County holiday calendar. What is the pleasure of council?
Question.
Yes.
Were there any changes made from last year's?
Because of how the days fall in December, it actually looks like this year's calendar is
Same amount of days.
Yes.
Employees input on the calendar.
Can I have a question again, sir?
Employees have any input on the calendar? Any input?
I think that you direct that to the county administrator.
No, they don't.
The only reason I asked that, because I know when I worked in the public school system, we were at least, as employees, we were at least given a chance to do at least a survey to see what days the employees preferred. Not saying that it had to be approved by the employees. That's what, I'm not saying that at all.
I think your question was answered by the county administrator. Said no.
Oh, I didn't say anything else.
Oh, no, I know you explained. I was
Right,
just saying.
yes.
Okay.
And I just stated that, I thought it would be proper if it would be considered. When the calendar's done next year, it would be considered. At least they would be given some consideration,
Okay.
because these days does affect them. So at least give them some consideration.
All right.
That's
Well,
my thought.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. Any other comments? So what is the pleasure of council? Anyone want to make a motion? Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the 2026 Hampton County holiday calendar. Is there a second?
Second.
Has been properly second. Any further discussion? All those who are in approval of the 2026 Hampton County holiday calendar, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone oppose? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 8.3, 2026 Economic Developer Association, the county administrator.
Yes, Council, this is confirmation seeking approval for the county administrator to attend the 2026 South Carolina Economic Development Institute. 4 sessions, hands-on program, co-sponsored. Locations are North Augusta, Conway, Greer, and Beaufort. But this creates an opportunity to build a stronger footprint around economic development, specifically in the county, and all things infrastructure.
Let me make a comment on the 2026 Economic Developer Association, that training. I can tell you this, I took it many years ago, and it really opened my eyes to economic development here in the state of South Carolina. To have a good understanding of economic development, this is a in-depth training that really take you through a lot of tasks. You also have to pass an exam too, as part of the training,
Steady.
in order to be certified with that. So I just want to just throw that in there because I did go through that training, and it was a tedious but also rewarding training. Myself and another councilman. So I would encourage council members with your career of being on county council that maybe you would take that up on one of your trainings 1 year. So I just want to put that plug in. So the county administrator is requesting to attend this training. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, there was only 65 openings. We were selected as one of the participants. So of the 65, just looking for your approval to be able to attend.
So do I have a motion to be made? Question.
There will only be.
Excuse me, I think Councilman Love.
Sorry.
It's my understanding that we've hired an economic development director. Is that correct? Have we hired an economic development director?
We're in the process of doing some HR matters, yes, associated with that position.
So if we have hired an economic, so the question again, has the person been hired? Not yet. The only reason I asked is because if that person was hired, I'd understand why that person would not be attending the training. So you're saying the person has not been hired?
Question.
Go ahead, Councilman Jenks.
I don't think one of these dates will require overnight stay, correct?
Well, North Augusta, Conway, and Greer. Beaufort, of course, is pretty close, but probably Conway and Greer would look at an overnight stay.
Now, it's my understanding that these trainings are more than just 1 day. Sometimes they may be 2 days.
Yes, sir. I actually have a schedule, and I can share it to you later this evening. I can email it to you, but some of them are a 2-day training.
Yes, go ahead, Councilman
Mr.
Williams.
Chair, I make a motion that we honor the request from the administrator to go to the training.
A second.
A motion has been made, has been properly second. Any final discussion or questions? If none, all those who are on approval of the 2026 Economic Developers Association for the county administrator, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 8.4, tower lease. This is with Ms. Suzanne Peoples. Are you going to speak on this?
Yes,
Yes.
Council, we are looking for approval to issue payment from the previous year, $1,500, and also approve the lease for another year.
Okay. Was it
So these
Question?
are 1 year lease? we do this, we do this lease 1 year at a time. Mr. This is
Interim one-year terms, yes.
So-
Three annual renewals.
three.
But it's up to 4 years.
In terms of the payment, we want council aware that it's time to make that payment to
Right.
those folks.
So so if it's 4 year term, we're not gonna have to approve this every year, are we?
Yes. Yes, every year.
So what is the 4 years? Help me understand.
Well, in 4 years, I think my understanding that the fee could possibly change, go up, but this sort of lock in right now for the fee that we currently have for 4 years.
Okay. So there's a chance the fee could change every year?
Could possibly be, but at least we're knowing that we're looking at on an annual basis up to the 4 years.
Okay. I'm just asking. Okay. And this is the way it's always been done?
This is what was done when we voted on it last time.
Okay. Yeah, yes, sir, I'm done.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's the only question I had, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? So what is the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the lease agreement as well as the payment to Ms. Peoples for the tower.
Second.
Motion has been made and has been properly second. Any discussion, final discussion, or questions? If none, all those who are in approval of the tower lease agreement, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 8.5, approval of design services proposal for exit 38 lighting project.
Council, this is authorization to procure engineering design services for roadway interchange lighting at exit 38, moving the project from concept to engineering plans, photometrics, utility coordination, permitting, and cost estimates. Why it's on the agenda, the design approval is the prerequisite step to finalize the scope and cost to obtain state utility approvals, position the county for construction and funding implementation. As you know, those dollars have been in the county for, I think, about two years now. Representative Hager was able to secure those funding at the state level. So this allows us to move that project forward. So those guys basically will come out and design and get all the permits moving in the right direction so we can kick that project off. We all know that that's not quite enough money to get that project done, so next budget season we'll look at other dollars to offset the actual construction of the project. But this gets it moving in the right direction and get those dollars moving the way they should.
Any questions for our town administrator on this? So what's the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the design service proposal for exit 38 lighting project.
Second.
A motion has been made, has been properly second. Any final discussions or questions? If none, all those who are on approval of design services proposal for exit 38 lighting project, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 9, resolutions, proclamations. A resolution to amend the amended and restated master agreement for the establishment of the Quad County Industrial Park 1, Park 2, and Park 3 to enlarge the park to include the 11 Spray LLC property and other matters related hereto. How you doing, Mr. Kerr?
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
So, just a quick summary of this. The Delavan property in Bamberg County, they're expanding that multi-county industrial park. And so this is just a resolution for y'all approving the expansion of that park.
Any questions for Mr. Kerr?
That makes it possible to get our cut, right?
Yes, sir. It'd be added tax revenue.
Okay.
What are they putting in that part?
They'll do an expansion at Delvan, Project Knox.
Any further questions? No, thank you. So what's the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve 9.1 resolution.
Second.
A motion has been made and has been properly second. Any final discussion or questions? If none, all those who are on approval of this resolution to amend the amended and restated master agreements for the establishment of the Clark County Industrial Park 1, Park 2, and Park 3 to enlarge the park to include the Devlin Spray LLC property and other matters related hereto. Okay, a motion has been made, has properly second. All those who are in approval, show it by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 10.1, third reading of an ordinance. 10.1A, third reading of an ordinance adopting the Hampton County Airport Schedule of Rates and Charges and approving a standard airport hangar license use agreement, providing for administration and other matters related thereto. What's the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the third reading of the ordinance adopting the Hampton County Airport Schedule of Rates and Charges and approving a standard airport hangar license use agreement, providing for administration and other matters related thereto.
Second.
A motion has been made, has been properly second. Any question, any final discussions? If none, all those on approval of this third reading, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on 10.2, second reading of ordinances. We have none at this time. 10.3, first reading of ordinance. This is an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 Hampton County budget to reflect year-end reconciliation and interdepartmental adjustments as set forth in the attached fiscal year 2025 budget reconciliation preliminary results by title only. And you want to say anything about that?
This is a housekeeping budget amendment to align FY25 adopted budget with year-end actuals and cross-departmental adjustments reflected in the budget reconciliation preliminary results. By title only tonight, and in more detail next session.
Okay. What's the pleasure of council?
So moved by title only.
Second.
A motion has been made, has properly second. Any discussion? Any question? If none, all those who want approval of the first reading of this ordinance, which is 10.3A, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item 10.3B, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a special source revenue credit agreement by and between Hampton County, South Carolina, and Iron Line Metals LLC with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will receive a special revenue on credits and other matters related thereto by title only.
Good evening again.
Evening again.
So this is Project Metallica, and this will be bringing in 20 new jobs to the county, and it'll be about $6.5 million in total investment.
Located in YMCA, right?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Mr. Kerr? Okay, thank you. What is the pleasure of council?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve 10.3A,
3B.
I'm sorry, B, I'm sorry. An ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a special source revenue credit agreement by and between Hampton County and Iron Line Metals LLC with respect to certain economic development properties in the county, whereby such property will receive special revenue credits and other matters related thereto by title only.
A motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Has been properly second. Any questions? Any discussion? If none, all those who are in approval of 10.3B ordinance, first reading ordinance, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now on item number 11, council briefing. 11.1, chairman's update. I do have something for council. If you would see in the packet information that I gave to you, dealing with Palmetto Electric Co-op utility tax credit award. I would like for Mr. Kerr to come forward and talk a little bit more about this here, because it's something that we have done every year.
Good evening again. So this is $600,000 that'll be awarded to the county. These are through UTC, Utility Tax Credit Funds, and these will be going to expanding the economic development availabilities in Hampton County, expanding primarily within industrial parks.
Any questions that you want to ask Mr. Kerr at this time? I know this is the reason I asked him, because I just received this information today, and I would think council probably want to review it more in detail. If not, unless you all feel that y'all want to vote on it tonight, but we can't. Do you want to table it? I mean, anybody have a feeling of tabling it?
I have a question.
Okay, question.
When would we be notified on what we're doing as far as the expansion, as far as what the money's being used for?
The way it's worked in the past is we've used this at the Southern Carolina Industrial Campus to expand that. And
Right.
then we've been negotiating on behalf of the county with the owner of the property to expand that park as much as possible.
And we will be in the loop when that's being done, discussed, negotiated.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The county is the one who actually purchases the land.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone feel like they need more time to review this?
I do. I haven't had a chance to read it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
But I just want to bring to your attention, this is something that we'll have on the agenda for the first Monday in November, December, to give everybody a chance to review it and look up any information or research any information that they may want to research on this. Okay. That's all I have. We're now on item number 11.2, council members liaison reports or update. I start on my right with Councilman Love.
No, sir.
I think you said nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said no, sir.
Oh, no, sir.
Sorry.
Okay.
I thought you
okay.
heard him. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were looking at something that you were going to report. Councilman Thompson,
No, Mr. Chairman, I don't have anything tonight.
Councilman Williams,
No, sir, Chair.
Councilman Jinks.
Only thing I have a question for Mr. Love. You said it was the Estel Parade. Is it the first Saturday?
Sir?
Estel Parade is the first Saturday?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Elster Christmas Parade is first Saturday in December at 11 a.m.
That's all I have.
Okay. We're now on item number 11.3, county attorney's update. County attorney's update. Yes, yes.
Sent something out earlier today.
Thank you. Clerk's update?
No comments, sir.
Okay. We're now on item number 12, Administrator's Report.
Only report tonight is we have a new CFO. Our former CFO is no longer with us. And actually, our new CFO is with us tonight. Mr. Michael, you want to say hi?
How you doing, sir?
So his first day was today. So he has joined the team as of this week.
That's it? Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah, question.
Mr. Administrator, since our last meeting, I understood you said that we're in the planning of a new way of hiring process. So with that being the case, I understand we've hired new employees. So was the current system used or the one that's in the planning stage for the hiring? The question is, the last meeting we attended, you said that you are in a planning a new way of hiring. Is that correct? Before I go any further, because I don't want to misquote you.
I said that without HR personnel in the county, we took a pause on all hiring in the county until we got some HR personnel in the county. We got some HR personnel in the county, so we've cleaned up some things, trained on some things, asked some questions, looked under the hood, and we turned back on hiring in the county. So yes, we are hiring in the county. There were some slight changes and some topics discussed, but yes.
So every department at this time freezes off, or all departments are able to hire at this point.
And that's been communicated for over a week now.
Sir?
So at that training, that was communicated to department heads that they can move forward with the hiring of their potential candidates.
So with this new process of hiring, is the council going to be able to, because again, that's a policy matter. So this is not.
Council has no authority in hiring county employees. That is something, unless something has changed, that's the
No. That's not what I'm questioning. The way you hire it is in the handbook. It's a policy. It's a policy matter. And when it comes to a policy, policies are done by the council. We develop policies. The administrator execute whatever policies we put in place. Because the handbook need to reflect that, and the administrator don't create the handbook. The administrator only administers the handbook that's given to him by the council.
Have you submitted a policy that you've written since you've been here? So
Have I submitted what? I've read the policy that's in our handbook. I've read the handbook policy.
Have you submitted a policy for me to review that you've written as a council member?
No, that's not what I said. I said that our job as a council is to develop policies, create policies. The administrative job is to execute and carry out those policies. So what I'm saying is, the way we hire is a process, is a policy. Is that not correct, counsel? Is that not correct, administrator, counsel, attorney, anybody? Is that not correct? According to the Hampton County policies, is that not correct?
Are you talking?
I'm not going to give you advice in the open session. I've told you that before. If you want legal advice, then ask me when I can give it to you as client to attorney. I don't advise on legal matters in open session.
Well, when you say legal matters, I'm asking you to respond to something that's in the handbook. I'm asking you to, you are the county attorney, and what I'm doing is I'm asking you to respond to something that's in that county handbook. You are the advisor for the county. I'm not asking you the legal part of it. I'm asking you to respond to something that's in our handbook. You review our handbook. That's part of your job as our attorney. So I'm not asking you nothing off the wall and putting you in a predicament.
If you give me a second, if you're asking for a legal opinion, I'm not going to give you one in open session. End of story.
I'm asking you to refer to, well, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you review the handbook when you have time, can you review the handbook?
Whatever.
Review the handbook.
Whatever.
Okay. Any other question?
Sir?
Any other?
Yeah, because I don't understand why we make this so difficult. didn't come here to get into all these back and forth things. I asked a legitimate question that I can't understand why it has to be this hard to get an answer. It's our policy. I'm not making this stuff up. Council, I'm reading what's in our handbook. The administrator asked me a question, and that had nothing to do with what I was asking him. He needed to stick to what I was asking him. That's to revert what I'm asking him, because he didn't want to answer the question.
I'm still waiting to be clear on what policy that you've written for me to
I
consider
haven't
for
written a
change.
policy. First of all, let me say this to you.
And I haven't
Let me say
made-
this to
I
you.
haven't made-
I haven't written a policy since I was here. I only read what's in our current policy.
And we haven't-
Now, as
we
a
haven't-
council member, I refer to what's in our current council. So if you want to get it and ask me what I've written, it's not my job to write anything. It's my job to get with this council and we write policy.
We have not made any policy changes.
And you
in-
couldn't say
in
that
this
the first
council.
time.
We have not made any policy changes. in
No,
this council.
Okay.
excuse me, hold up. No expressions from the public. If so, I would clear out the chambers of everyone. So no outward bursts or clapping or anything while council is in discussion at this council meeting. Understood? Okay,
And
continue.
Can I be clear? We have not made any policy changes. What we did is clean up some processes and procedures and made some things a little bit clearer. That's all we did.
And that was my original question. My original question was, have you changed any policies? That was my original question.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, in the last meeting, the county administrator said that whenever we go to the new credit card system, that they would be in the hands of the county treasurer. I studied that, and I'm just one person, and I do not agree with that because first of all, that's not no disrespect to the treasurer, that's not the treasurer's job to hold on to the county credit cards. The county credit card should be in the hands of the county administration. You have a CFO, you have a physical coordinator. They should be competent enough to have those credit cards in their possession. You cannot give authority to somebody, you cannot give a responsibility to someone you don't have authority over. You do not have any authority over the county treasurer. So if those cards are in the hands of the county treasurer and something happens, we cannot hold her responsible. You cannot, and we cannot, because she's an elected official. You don't have the authority to give her responsibility. Now, that's all I'm gonna say about that. If the council disagrees with that, because I'm not here for that, I'm just stated what I stated, and I'm done with it.
Any other comments? Mr. Administrator, Mr. Humans?
No, sir.
Okay. With that being said, we're now going to executive session. What is the pleasure of council?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, has been properly second. Any further discussion? Questions? All those in approve that we go into executive session, show your approval by raising your right hand. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? We're now going into executive session, 5 minutes.